Finally, welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Redskins coming in at 9-0, going up against the Cowboys, who come in at 7-2.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's Elliott, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Defense showing blitz. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The play clock's running down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. And tough starting field position here. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Marshall. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it'll bring up third down. From the gun, Marshall. Goodwin able to haul it in, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run with Marshall. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down following the run. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw. Marshall. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
To throw on second down. Marshall eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Off play action. Marshall. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
On second down, Elliott. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. They're going to look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 28. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Marshall. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they'll run it on the toss. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 6. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go! Ohio!
To throw on third down, Marshall. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derek Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 47 yards on the ground.
The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard, right near midfield. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's
It's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice little juke. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Marshall. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move. And down to the 36-yard line here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, that last run makes it. A 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The This is Marshall, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So it'll be first down here after the run. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Now Marshall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Operating from the gun, Marshall. A swing pass caught, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go to Elliott again, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. So the D-line's going to spread out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1, 9,
A handoff as they run the counter play. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes is quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Going to be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck undercover. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in it. The illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it in it. Give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. Squad, I'm it. 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 Squad. Oh my God. Fire. Squad. I'm it. Squad. I'm it. Okay, now we back to square one. It's hard to square up. Everybody got